Welcome to the Ready, Set, Show podcast with DT and Lette. Ready, Set, Showtime. Welcome to the Ready, Set, Show podcast, episode 50.
50?
50, like a big titty 3.
53.
Calling this with Let's Get It. Like to thank everybody for joining us, Lette. Good to be back, my friend.
Oh, yeah, it's good to be back. I mean, it's a Monday evening.
Yeah, it's just boring old me and Lette this week. After all the chaos we've had the last few episodes.
Last week's episode, I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed recording it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was great.
Guys, I kind of threw in there, it may have sounded weird at times, but I just started editing and noticing parts. I'm like, yeah, some people may listen to this. They may not know what the hell we're talking about. A lot of that's just shit that goes on in our daily lives. And
some inside jokes.
Yeah, I don't know how the goat thing, like, that was a little weird.
Listen, when that popped up, that was about, like, some people at our school. I don't even remember how we got on that subject. The only thing I know is that we talked. The next thing I know, you're just like, we got to end the episode. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I put a little quick jab in there. Did you hear it? I was like, you may be asking yourself why we're on here talking about banging goats. And I answer, I have no idea.
Mo said that you did a damn good job editing that. He loved it.
Yeah, he told me that. I was like, thanks, bro. Anytime Mo and Ben and Kristen's on the show, it's good times.
It's gonna be a great time.
But guys, we got a lot to talk about this week. But Lette, man, how's your week been?
It's been pretty great. I'm back on day shift now, so I'm trying to adjust. I literally feel like I'm working swing shifts. I did 3 weeks on my normal shift, which is third shift. Yeah. And now I'm back working.
Hell, every time you get adjusted, they switch you to the other shift.
Yeah, now I'm back on day shift doing some extra training because they fucked up and moved some people where they shouldn't have moved them as quick as they did, and they didn't have a replacement, and then, like, the build rate jumped up, and they were short some people. Besides that, Ruby, she had her athletic banquet Saturday. We ended up going to Quantum Leap.
Nice.
We all jumped. Sheena was with us, and we had her little sister and everything. We had fun. And then last night, for all you Game of Thrones fans, we've watched the series finale. It was me, Kristen, Mo, and Ben all over at the house watching it. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not ecstatic how it ended. I'm content. Yeah. I can take that ending and I can go with it.
But you hoped it'd be better.
I hoped like some people would have ended up fucking other people up and it didn't happen. But like I said, I'm content with it. Everybody who hasn't watched it, I'm not going to give any spoilers yet. Wait till we get Mo and Ben back on the show and we'll probably talk about it in detail. Be lost the whole time.
Yeah, I'll be lost. I've yet to dab into it, but I'm going to.
It's a great show, man. You need to watch it. Now that it's finished, oh man, you need to watch it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Stranger Things like we were talking about, season 3, July 4th. I can't wait. Yeah, over the weekend, me and the family, we decided to get out. We headed over here locally to the Iris Festival. A little different than when I last went, which it's been a while back, but I don't know, it just seemed bigger to me last time I went. It seemed like they had more stuff and, good food. Got a funnel cake. Got to tell you, I love funnel cakes.
Dude, funnel cakes are delicious.
Also got a little story to tell, Lette. It just seems like when you try to have a good day, somebody's always got a shit on you.
Oh, shit.
No, but this one I feel justified. So I've told you this before the show, but guys, I was at the Irish Festival walking around, having a good time. Good to get out of the house and just get out with...
Homebody DT decided to get out of the house for a night.
Homebody. Shout out to EJ and Kevin and their family. Seen them there. We're walking around, good time, hot as shit.
Oh, yeah, it was really hot this weekend.
I mean, it was
terrible.
like the devil's asshole out there. I'm telling you, it was hot, dude, bad. And my dumb ass wore a black shirt.
Really? Oh, man. Way to go, man.
It was stupid.
I'm proud of you.
We were just walking around from tent to tent, kind of checking things out and seen some cool stuff there. And so we're getting ready to leave. Now, we had previously stopped at this tent, kind of looked around.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody really greeted us or anything. We were just kind of looking. So they said like little bracelets. It was just these Asian people. I can't remember the name of their business, and trust me, after the story, I really wish I did. But it was ladies at the time. We stopped and actually looked. They got these little dogs, these little Beanie Baby type deal.
Like
yeah. So we walked by it, came back. We were on the opposite side of the road from that tent.
Yeah.
Opposite side. And the Asian fella comes out of that same tent, calls my daughter. Guys, my daughter's 3 years old. Calls my daughter over, has her pick out, lets her pick one of the little stuffed dog animals, Beanie Babies, whatever. So in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, what a nice guy, man. He's gonna, let her have it. So then my daughter picks it up. Not only picks it up, walks off, and he looks over at me and Darcy and goes, $10.
That's bullshit.
Dude, I literally just stood there like, this really bothered. It still kind of bothers me. And I just thought, dude, if that's how you have to sell stuff, like, I would rather you said, hey, man, hey, you should get this for your daughter or whatever. Like, don't use, like, that's a kid, bro. And a 3-year-old at that. What kind of asshole would use that as a ploy to sell a $10 Beanie Baby? Where we had got food and stuff, we didn't have the money to get it.
Yeah.
I would have felt bad on principle and just been like, look, it's okay. I mean, but he didn't.
Of course.
And I just, God, dude, I was so mad. I was like, dude, if these people were not around, that's how I know I've changed. Because me in the past, I'd have been like, look, you son of a bitch, what the hell's wrong with you? But I didn't. I let it go. But I just got to tell you, I really wish I would have known the name of their business, because I would really go the hell off. But it just made me mad, man. It made me feel mad for my daughter, because, I mean, she thought it was hers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're going to sit there and you're going to be like, come here and help a little kid, especially someone that young, pick out a toy. And, I mean, you can never know someone's financial situation. I mean, you can't tell. And then you're just like, they start to walk off and then they throw up the price. I've been like, no, I would have smacked the shit out of him.
But because everything about it was like he was going to give it to her.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have thought. The way you explained it is I would have thought that, they're going to be like, hey, got some leftover stuff. The festival's about to end. Here you go.
Yeah, exactly, because we went kind of late. It was like 3:30 or something when we went. I don't know, man, just kind of something that happened, and I just thought, man, is this guy an idiot? Guys, we got some news regarding the show. Something that has been at the top of me and Lette's list as far as goals for this podcast has been video podcasting. Y'all know we've talked about it. Thanks to a good friend of ours, Mo, who you've heard Mo on the show, heard us talk about him. Great guy. He's gave us that opportunity. We had hoped to do it this week, but we've kind of had some issues, back and forth on both our ends, and Mo had kind of, I think he's got a camera, and I'm not sure if he's happy with it, because it didn't have the where you just charge it.
Yeah, it wasn't a rechargeable one. It ended up taking batteries, but he's also wanting to check it out. He's going to see what he got, because he might be getting another one. He's not sure yet. So he's going to check it out, and then if he likes what he's got, he's going to let us use it, and which we greatly appreciate, because, I mean, I'm excited to do some video podcasting.
Yeah, like honestly, when he started talking about it, like, I thought, Mo, man, that's a lot of money. You ain't got to do that, bro. But he went out and did it.
He
and
did.
It was a surprise, and it was cool. How he went and went to video
chat, just you, and next thing you know, it's me, Kristen, Mo, and
yeah, Alicia's like, y'all cuss too much for me. Remember that? Or her parents or whatever.
Alicia was like, y'all cuss too much for me and my parents, and I'm just sitting there thinking, well, don't accept it.
So I said, well, Alicia, maybe you don't cuss enough for us.
Oh, the tables have turned, and it was hilarious because like I was on the porch and Kristen was in the kitchen, and we could hear everything.
And Lette's moving the whole time. I'm like, Lette, sit down. Like, she just kept moving. I was like, Lette, we can't see you.
Like, it's okay though.
Yeah, it was funny as hell.
Oh my god, that was like, all of a sudden I just hear Mo go, "What the fuck? Where'd y'all come from?"
Yeah, Mo. Yeah,
Mo was
it was
so
hilarious.
confused.
I was confused too.
I was just like, "What's going on, guys?"
One thing that we're talking about doing, we're definitely going to be doing videos as far as the episodes. There'll be a video version. There'll still be an audio version. Now, however, that could eventually maybe, and it could be now, I don't know. We're kind of going to discuss this. Now, we could maybe do a separate type video, but eventually we want to do something like if we get Patreons, if we get people that donate.
Yeah.
Now, eventually we're going to have to offer something to them before everybody else.
Yep.
I mean, that's a given. I mean, obviously, if you're kind enough to help us out, that's awesome, especially financially. I mean, we want your support just listening to the show.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that,
Definitely.
hell yeah. Every episode will be video. and it will be on the YouTube channel. All you got to do, hit the search bar and just type in Ready, Set, Show Podcast. We'll pop right up. Or you can scroll down to the show notes on any of the Podbean episodes. You'll see it there.
Isn't the link on our Facebook too?
A link,
I was about to say, I mean, if you're feeling lazy and you don't want to talk,
a
couple of clicks, boom, you're right there. Hit the subscribe.
Yeah.
You're ready to rock.
Like I went on my other account, just my DT account, and just typed it in. Hell, it popped right up.
Yeah, it pops up.
Yeah. Something I've thought about doing, I've always wanted to do, is blogs. I like seeing people's blogs. Why not make it our own? You know, we're from a small town. A lot of people don't know nothing about small towns.
They're going to see us driving around and going to the local Walmart. And
no. We're not going to vlog. No. Obviously, if we do events. Yeah. I mean, if you vlog a day with us, yeah.
You ain't getting much. You're going to see me at work.
Yeah.
Then you're going to see me go home. And then you're going to see me sit my fat ass right on the couch and play some video games.
Yeah. I mean, we've got a lot of ideas. Guys, we strongly encourage you to like the YouTube channel. Because trust me, we got a lot coming up, and big shout out to Mo, man. That was really nice of him to do, man. He didn't have to do that. I thought that was really cool. It just goes to show you, man, we have good friends that support the show, and this is why, you know, hey, man, numbers may be a lot to some people in the grand scheme of things as far as YouTube, whatever, but to us, it's really not. I mean, as long as we got good people listening to the show, that's all it matters.
I mean, we have fun doing this, and I mean, we say it every episode. I mean, without them, we really wouldn't be doing it, because what's the point?
Yeah.
We like to entertain our friends, and, you know, more than just hanging out, because, you know, we don't get to see each other. We're adults.
Yeah.
You know, shit happens. And also, I got to give a shout out to Ruby's stepmom, Sheena.
Yeah, Sheena,
she
for sure.
Made the logo. If y'all have noticed the new logo, we worked on it for a couple weeks. She sent me a picture. I showed DT, and we went back and forth through text.
Yeah.
I only actually got to talk to her face to face about it once. The rest of it was through text. There were so many pictures of me screenshotting, then editing, and then like putting little scribbles and stuff. But yeah, I love the new logo.
Yeah.
Gotta thank her so much for putting in her time, because we didn't even ask her.
Yeah, dude, that was cool. That was nice. That's what I'm saying. I mean, those kind of people are awesome. I mean, they know, it's kind of like they believe in you. They know you're not making a lot of money. I mean, some people could be greedy and ask for money.
Yeah.
I mean, but it was nice of her to do. Sheena, thank you so much. From everybody here at the show, we do appreciate that. Now, I got to talk about this because you might have seen a post. You know me, Lette. Usually if you see me on Facebook, it's either something with Florida State, me going the hell off about something.
You might be selling something.
Yeah, I might be selling something, yeah. But this right here kind of just angers me. Guys, listen. We come on here, we entertain. Yes, there's a donation link. We don't push donations.
No.
Those that want to do it, we might occasionally mention it. Those that want to do it, they know where the information is. If you don't, get with us, we'll let you know. I mean, it's on the Facebook page. There's ways to find out, but we don't push that because we know how it is. It's hard times for people, but certain people, even with something like a donation link, they want to take that, and somehow a donation link turns into drama. And these are adults. This isn't some little punk 15-year-old kid wanting to start shit because he didn't like something we said on the show. This is somebody we know, or that knows us, or that's paying attention, obviously, to the show. But, guys, we don't push donations. We get to do this show one day a week. We try to make time for it. We don't have any ill intentions. We come on here. We have a good time. We have our opinions. It's our opinions. We're not trying to push our opinions or beliefs off on anybody. We're just simply talking about our lives, what we like, what's hot in the news. If you have a negative effect from that and you choose to go take that into our personal lives, then we don't want you here. No. We don't want you as a listener of the show, or we don't want you in our lives. I mean, it's stupid. We are adults now. So don't interpret that into our personal life, because there's certain things going on behind the scenes that you probably don't know about, obviously, because you're not involved in any of our lives. So maybe you should talk to us and see what's going on, since you're that worried about it, and be friends with us before you just go run your mouth and try to start crap. I'm sorry. It just bothers me.
Yeah.
I can't stand people that do that. I can take any kind of negativity, but I'm going to let you know about it.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, I could tell that it had got on his nerves, on DT's nerves, because he called me up and he had to rant for a little bit.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, he hasn't been doing that lately. So
Yeah.
it had been a while since I'd gotten a personal DT rant. So I knew it fucked with him a lot. And see, the thing is, for y'all who don't know what a Patreon is, it's basically another donation link. And, I mean, like you said, almost every person who is a creator, YouTube, podcasts, any music, they all have a donation page. And the reason we normally do it, or they normally do it, is help financially, but people normally get exclusive content, or they might get an episode a couple of days early. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, everybody has it. That doesn't mean anything. Like, we, like I said, we do this podcast one day a week,
and we might invest. It probably takes us around 2 hours to record, because DT normally has everything set up by the time I get here, and then he might put in a couple hours to edit.
Yeah,
and that's about it. Maybe 4 to 6 hours a week at the most. A week.
I mean, yeah, and if we were like on here 4 or 5 days a week, like Jake Paul shoving merch and damn donations and begging you to donate, I mean, I could understand, but I just couldn't believe it. I was like, people are just drama-filled when they take a damn donation link and somehow try to turn that. But anyway, guys, we don't want to turn it into anything negative. I just simply want to state that if you're on here with negative intentions, you know where the door is. And with all due respect, we don't want you here.
Yeah, we don't want a toxic community. I've seen them a lot on YouTube, and let me tell you something. They aren't anything great at all.
Yeah. Before I turn into Ice Poseidon and his toxic fan base, I'll quit doing this shit.
Exactly.
And you can quote me on that. Like I said, we're really excited about the YouTube thing. Just real quick, I do want to push that on you guys because, man, it's just going to be so fun to do it. You may ask yourself real quick. This is kind of what me and Lette were talking about. Like, well, you guys aren't famous. We don't really know you.
So?
But my thing is, we're you. We're not famous, and but we're you. We go to work. We live lives. We don't get paid to do this.
Exactly.
So, it kind of will show you our progression and kind of the behind the scenes of the podcast and the road to wherever this road leads.
Yeah.
So we want to share it with you guys and those who want to watch and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Man, we really would appreciate the support. If you don't, thank you for giving us a chance. And stop on by again sometime, partner.
Yeehaw.
All right. That was cringy. I apologize.
It was.
All right. Lette, who you shouting out this week?
All right. This week, my shout-outs, of course, my daughter, Ruby. I'm proud of her. I have a second grader on my hands. Oh, man, I ain't gonna lie. I've cried a few times over that. Got to give a shout-out to close friends and family. Mo, Ben, and Kristen for coming on last week. We had a blast.
Yes.
I can't wait for the next table talk, honestly. We got to give a shout out to Sheena, of course, for making the new logo. It's dope as fuck. I love it. Love the colors. Love the little bits she put in. It was great, and it was a damn journey to get to this.
Yeah, it was. And guys, there was 2 versions of it. The one that's up now, I think I've got it on about every one of our platforms with the skeleton hand holding the controller on the side. Then you got another hand holding the mic. That is the official one.
Yeah. Gotta give a shout out to you listeners, because without y'all we wouldn't be doing this. Gotta give a shout out to DT because he gave me this opportunity. DT, who you shouting out?
Gotta thank my beautiful family, man. We had a good time this weekend. Besides the Asian guy from Hank and the Hill. Anyway, that really bummed me out. But anyway, I gotta thank my family. I love them so much, man. It was good to get out and just walk around, even though it was hot. Man, it was a good time. Got to see some cool cars over there. There was some cool rides on the Irish Festival. Hey, they doing it up. Hell yeah. Ain't got shit in this town, but glad John got a cool car. Anyway, I gotta thank Lette, man. Hey, dude, I'm just really proud of us. We're staying consistent. We're doing the work necessary. With what little time we have, I think we make good with it, you know. And
definitely.
Got to thank Mo, Ben, Kristen for coming on the show. And, man, I got to send another one out to Mo, man. I just thought that was really cool.
Oh, that was really cool because I'm sitting there thinking, like, he's not going to go get this. And guess what he does? He shows up at my house later that night, and he's like, listen, check this out. And I ain't going to lie, I completely forgot about it because it caught us off guard so bad that it sat there for a week on my table and completely forgot about it.
Yeah. I didn't think he would do it, honestly. Literally later that day, I was like,
I know
wow.
he said he was going to go look at them. I didn't know if he was actually going to buy it. But next thing you know, yeah, like I said, he
Yeah, because that's
showed
what I
up.
was thinking. They're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
I was like, so, but no, thank you, brother.
Definitely.
We got to thank Drama. She's behind the scenes, and we've lost a little bit of communication with her. We talk to her occasionally, but we thank her for all she's done. We really appreciate that. Got a shout out to my brother. He's gone radio silent, but I'm eventually going to get with him, and once we can kind of get all that together and blend it just right, I'm telling you guys, I mean, it's easy for me to hype it up, but trust me, what we have in the works, once it does happen, trust me, we're taking this podcast to the next level, and I'll say that with the utmost confidence. Got to thank Kellen Keller, the man that inspired me to do this podcast. Thank you, Kellen. Got to thank the guys down at Greenville Vapor. We always got to thank those guys.
Oh, yeah.
Go check them out, guys. Seriously, tell them we sent you. Got to thank family and friends that listen to the podcast. And last, got to thank the listeners, man. Thank y'all so much for all your support. One more time, follow the Podbean, follow the YouTube page. Trust me, big thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we got a lot to talk about this week. Where do we start, man?
Oh,
Jesus.
man. Oh, man.
This board was blank a few days ago.
We can just start at the top and work our way down.
Guys, James Charles, I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with him. I know of James. I know he's a big deal on YouTube. I know he does makeup. I know he was the first cover boy on.
Yeah, he was the cover boy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let Letty take this because this is an important story here.
All right. Well, if y'all have not been on YouTube within like the past few weeks, then I mean y'all probably don't know what the fuck I'm about to say. But James Charles, he is a 19-year-old YouTuber. He is a self-made millionaire. He was the first, I'm pretty sure the first ever cover boy for the CoverGirl makeup line.
Oh, he was, yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was him or Manny MUA.
I just remember reading that today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, he was the first ever cover boy. He's got all of this publicity behind him. And what happened? Coachella was, what, a month ago?
Yeah. Yeah, about a month ago. Yeah.
It's about a month ago.
Yeah.
And the quick rundown is he ended up getting a cheaper ticket than what he thought he was going to get, and he had some security issues. Well, there was this brand called Bear Hair or some shit like that. It was a vitamin brand that he ended up doing a little quick Instagram video for it because they helped him out with his security issue. Well, there was another one, Miss Glam Goo or whatever. I know we're by Tati Westbrook. I've never watched this woman in my life until this past couple weeks.
Yeah.
She apparently has her own vitamin brand that went out that does some similar things, but not exactly like what he had said. He did a sleeping vitamin. She does things for like hair growth and stuff. Things like that. Yeah. Well, she apparently got butt hurt. The easiest way to put it, she got butt hurt that her friend had went off and promoted someone that they had been rivals against, which that's a little understandable. But he tried to make up for it. He apologized. He did a public apology
and tried to contact her.
Yes.
Yes.
She came up with this 40-minute video that said, "Bye, sister." I mean, if y'all know James Charles, he calls his followers sisters.
Yeah.
And apparently, she started the first 20 to 25 minutes of this 40-minute video with that. And then it led up to what everybody knows this scandal for. I don't even know if it's a scandal, but the situation for was about allegedly tricking straight men. I don't know how you trick a straight guy into trying to do sexual things with him. Here's the thing. After this video came out, Jeffree Star includes him. He's really big in the makeup community. And he says all of these like crazy things. He supported Tati. He threw shade at James. Well, James comes out with a video 2 or 3 days ago, and he had proof that they were both basically lying. It showed that he had tried to contact Tati. The straight guy, with air quotations, he was bisexual. He ended up making his own videos talking about James, and then James proceeds with, "I am a 19-year-old virgin. I have never done anything sexual." And then last night, to wrap things up, because James is in the right. He's done everything right. He's tried to apologize.
Which we called from the beginning.
Yeah. Once I seen how the first half of Tati's video went, it kind of threw me off, because I'm like, you're sitting here making all of these things, proving him to be like a terrible friend. He doesn't appreciate anything. And then, like, the last 10 minutes are the only reason I clicked on this video, was that I wanted to hear the allegations she had.
Yeah.
And that's everybody. He lost
2 million.
Yeah, 2 million subscribers in less than, oh my lord, well, this is a quick amount of time, like a week?
Yeah.
Week, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was a short amount of time.
Yeah, it almost ended his career.
It really did.
And it was crazy because you got Jeffree Star coming out, and I ain't gonna lie, you either love him or you hate him. I've never met someone who's in the middle about Jeffree, and I ain't gonna lie, I love him. DT even just told me that he hates him.
I don't. He just. I don't know. Maybe I'm unique. I'm on the fence because I've seen some stuff on him that I'm like, all right,
well, he's done some questionable things. But the thing I can give to him is he owns up to his mistakes.
Yeah,
and he released a video last night around 20 to 12 last night. I think that's when I watched it with Kristen, and he basically said he apologized to everything. He even apologized to making the threats to James Charles' younger brother.
Yeah, that was a little ridiculous.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And basically covered his ass, apologized, said he was sorry. He said he didn't know if the friendship was going to be amended or not. They're covering their ass. So. Well,
here's the problem I have with it. It's kind of funny because a lot of the hate that James got was from Jeffree Star and that Tatiana chick. And I don't understand how because he did a separate vitamin deal, how she somehow turned that into this crazy.
It wasn't even a deal. He
didn't. Or whatever, a quick promo.
Yeah, it's like he didn't even receive any money from it. All he did was just get some help getting out of Coachella.
And I mean, she should have seen that.
Yeah.
And the fact they were both on there like, oh, well, don't go send him any hate. Well, hey, dipshits, he's getting hate because of you two. So you can't in turn try to somehow, it's like you said, they're just trying to, take the heat off of them, and they're both losing subscribers now. And I think if old girl would have just kept it at the vitamin issue, it would have been stupid.
Yeah.
But how they try to turn it into this sexual harassment and all this for the straight guy, whatever, that's ridiculous.
It was crazy because James was brought up an old Jeffree Star video. That's why Jeffree really included himself about how him and his boyfriend Nathan got together, how Jeffree and Nate got together. And he said something about being attracted to, in quotation marks, straight guys. And that's what a lot of gay guys are attracted to.
Yeah, I know gay guys that are like that.
Yeah, but most of the time, it's harder for gay men growing up because, they're sitting there and they're like, well, I like them. How do I know if they're gay? So a lot of them just stay to themselves. And James kept saying things. He said something. The only thing I don't agree with is the fact that he said that he doesn't think he's matured the way he needs to because of this lack of intimate relationships and all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I didn't agree with, because I know people who refuse to have sex at all, and they're about as mature as what I am.
Yeah, it's a big ordeal, and I'm glad James' name was cleared, because you don't want to see a guy get falsely accused. And I mean, man, the guy just did it to do Coachella. She should have seen that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I did something quick. I was in a quick bind here. Kind of used my name to get out of that. Any of us would have done that.
Oh, yeah, and that's exactly what he told Tati. If you go watch the video, you see screenshot after screenshot.
Yeah.
And she just never did reply.
Yeah. So that becomes making it on you. You know what I'm saying? That's your fault. You can't be mad. I don't know. Guys, give us your take. If anybody's kept up with this situation, I mean, I know there's a lot of my fiance likes, James
whenever
Charles
I brought that up to Darcy, and she was just like, what happened?
She brought it up to me out of the blue the other day, and I'd already kind of seen it because I knew it was something we'd talk about.
Yeah.
So that's up her alley. She loves the makeup tutorials and all that. So, but guys, give us your take on it. We were with James from the beginning, and we knew this was BS, man. Shout out to Keemstar, who wasn't biased in that, and started doing a little digging himself and kind of figured it out as well that James was not guilty or whatever. And I don't like to say not guilty. He was cleared.
Yeah, he was cleared. I mean, because Keemstar loves drama.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. Next, we got some backlash from Steph Curry's wife. Steph Curry, famous NBA star for the Golden State Warriors. I mean, the guy's huge. He's probably one of the biggest NBA stars right now. And, guys, as you know, with that kind of fame, you're going to get these groupie, crazy whores, these thoughts that, they want to get a quick, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and oh, your semen accidentally got in me. Now I have a baby with you, and now pay me
Oh,
$2
man.
million. You
Exactly.
know, how did that happen?
Pay me $3 million to keep me quiet.
But Steph Curry is a good dude.
Yeah.
You know, whether you like the guy, everybody hates on the Warriors because they're the next big team that's dominating, like the
Yeah.
Patriots. He's a good dude, and he backs his wife. Well, his wife, Ayesha Curry, went on the Red Table Talk.
Yeah, Red Table Talk.
That is Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, with her mother and her daughter. They do this show together. Well, she basically went on there and made a comment like saying that kind of how Steph Curry gets the attention from women.
Yeah.
She wishes she could get that from men. Not that she would do anything with it. Not that, you know, I guess just wanting to be flattered. And to me, it's like, look, you're not a famous NBA star, but you know she does a cooking show.
Yeah.
She's his wife. I mean, she got her name out there. I'm sorry. Now, if you make it in the women's NBA and you blow up, I mean, I don't know. But my
Yeah.
thing is like, who cares? Maybe
Exactly.
a lot of these guys respect the fact the man is married, and they don't go for you. I mean, you're
True.
always going to have these pricks. You know, there's these weirdos out here that think it's funny
Yeah.
to try to get with people's wives for some reason. I hear a lot of stories of people that get married. They're like, man, I used to never get hit on until I got married. So you get these morons that like to do stuff like that. I don't know. I got mixed feelings about this. I mean, I think it's kind of messed up and it comes off as ungrateful. But I know a lot of people came to her defense. I know she didn't really have any ill intentions.
A lot of it, I mean, you know, us women, we're pretty fucking weird when it comes to things like that. Me, personally, if I'm in a relationship, I don't want attention of others. I want attention of just my man. That's it.
Exactly.
Now, there's always, you know, you see your man getting all this attention, and you're like, why am I not getting it? Am I the ugly one of the couple? It's a self-confidence thing for most women. And that's the only thing I could justify that. Maybe her self-confidence is too low, but I mean, hell, she's got her own cooking show. I mean, she's married to one of the hottest basketball stars at the time. What more could you want?
Now, let me hit you with this. That's what it's like when you go out and you get these dudes staring at your woman's
Yeah.
ass. I don't know. Maybe some people get flattered by that attention. Some people don't care about it. But Steph Curry, being the good dude, and this is how you know he's a good dude, comes out and defends his wife. Now, a lot of dudes
Yeah.
would be like, you ungrateful, you know, who the hell are you? Could have made a bigger deal. Could have went left with
He
this.
could have.
And I heard a lot of people, a lot of what I seen, people that reacted to it, Letty had the same reactions. They were just like, you know, it just goes to show you, you can't please some women.
No, really, you can't. Some
You
women
know.
cannot be. And that's coming from a woman.
Yeah, I mean, and that's one reason I wanted to talk about this, because we can get two good perspectives from the man and woman side. I mean, I have nothing against Steph Curry. I mean, I'm not a Warriors fan. I do like Steph Curry. I like his style of basketball.
Yeah.
But I do know, man, he's a good dude. You don't ever hear about him doing any weird, you know, any crazy shit, any cheating or nothing
There's
like
been
that.
no controversies with him. So.
Yeah, he's done a lot of stuff with his wife. You
Yeah.
know, so the man is trying to include, and I'm sure he knows that you're gonna get these type of groupie. That's just part of it.
That's part of being famous.
And you married him, you had to have known that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I don't know, guys. Give us your take. We want to hear from men and women on this, man. I want to know what y'all think. Maybe there's a side on Ayesha's aspect, like that maybe we're not exploring, but I think you broke it down pretty well.
The only thing I could think of is it's a self-confidence issue.
Yeah, it's got to be it.
I mean, because a lot of women, myself included, it happens.
But I mean, it's not like she's butt ugly. You
mean,
got a famous NBA star. You can't be.
I mean, you're doing something right.
You're doing something right. All right, Letty, next we got to talk about this. I told Letty this before the show. The Ready Set Show podcast got its first Twitter ban.
You know what? I'm proud of you, man.
12-hour Twitter ban.
12-hour Twitter ban. I don't even use Twitter. And I'm proud of this, and I didn't even know this happened until today.
I don't know, man. When I read it back, I kind of thought, maybe I was being
whenever you read it to me out loud, I'm just like, I understand why we got banned.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's hilarious.
I'm just a passionate person. Sometimes I word things when something makes me mad, and I just really hate seeing people go through a certain situation.
Yep.
Maybe it's because I've dealt with it myself,
Oh, yeah.
especially this, what we're about to talk about.
You get that emotional feeling. You can't fucking help it.
It angers me. You got to learn on social media. You can't really say what you feel and mean.
Yeah, depending on. I'm surprised I've not been banned from Facebook yet.
Yeah,
that's not happened yet.
So you may be asking, how did the ban happen? First off, guys, I think originally it was a 10 or 12-hour ban, but I think I accidentally tried to post or do something. They added 2 hours to it. Twitter, you're a bunch of pricks. Anyway, there's a YouTuber. I watch him off and on. I mean, the guy is entertaining, but it's a guy named Flight Reacts. He is a NBA 2K YouTuber. He does basketball 1v1s. He does different stuff. Him and you got DDG. He's with that whole crew. If anybody watches YouTube, you know. He streams. You know, Flight, man, he's known for, they call him the walking L. The guy, he gets messed with a lot and stuff like that. But anyway, he had been seeing these 3 women. They're all YouTubers. So he started doing videos. Now, this could just be a ploy for all of them to get more subs. You know, a lot of this stuff could turn out to be fake. Now, 2 of these girls were his exes. Chick named Diamond, who was the YouTuber DDG's sister. And I'm sorry, dude, no disrespect. She looks like a dude, and that's fine. But just the way this chick's attitude, she's just ugly to me in all aspects. But she's an ex, and then one of the girls, Ty from the Taylor Girls, that's one of his exes. And then this Desiree Mitchell chick, they're all, like I said, they're all YouTubers. So he's kind of bouncing around. But keep in mind, all these women and Flight himself, they're single. None of them are committed in anything.
Yeah.
They're just bouncing around between each other. So basically, this Diamond bitch, I mean, she's just annoying, always talking shit, always thinks she's badass. I cannot stand her. It's DDG's sister. See what I'm saying? I mess up. But she just busts up in Flight's house, and he's doing a video hanging out with Desiree Mitchell. She just busts up in there talking shit with DDG's other brother, Dub, who is just, I mean, I'm sorry, Dub, you are a real piece of shit. Why are you in anybody's videos? Yeah. You and Diamond, if I was DDG, I would say, look, stop making videos. Yeah. You're embarrassing me. But DDG embarrasses himself too, so now you kind of see why. I can't stand any of these. And I know, guys, a lot of y'all may not watch YouTube, you may not know, but here's how the band started. So I see this video, and she's like pushing around on this dude, and I mean, doing it in front of all these people. Now, a lot of these are people that were with Diamond and this other guy are supposed to be Flight's friends. Now, if this turns out to be fake, whatever. Maybe Flight deserves some of it, but you don't bust up in a man's crib and put your hands on him and all that. So it pissed me off. Well, the comment that led to us getting banned was I sent it to Flight 23 Whites, what he goes by on Twitter. I said, I would have spit in that bitch Diamond's face and told her she a bitch. I say bitch like 4 times. Yeah. Just like her bitch-ass brother. Don't take that shit from that crazy, ugly-ass, once again, bitch. I didn't realize I said bitch that many times. So Twitter... I just randomly go on Twitter one day, and I don't go on Twitter a whole lot. Yeah. And this is what I get. Your account has been locked for violating Twitter rules, specifically for violating our rules against hateful conduct. You may not promote violence against, threaten, or harass other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affirmation, age, disability, or serious disease. Yeah, and they said if I basically keep it up, then, you're going to
get banned.
Yeah, so it's like, look, guys, you're sensitive. And if I was a betting man, I don't know if Diamond seen the comment, but it had to be somebody, her fans.
Yeah, somebody had to seen it and reported it an awful lot.
But if you guys watch the video, and anybody that's been in a relationship like that, and furthermore, a lot of y'all can say, well, man, he's talking to 3 different women, but he isn't dating any of them. It don't matter if they all had sex. They all were consensual in doing these videos, and they had to have known it. They're all in the same circle.
You would think.
Flight, he kind of just took it like a little bitch. I mean, he really didn't. He just kind of let it happen, so somebody had to speak up. Flight, you got 2 million subscribers, and you wonder why everybody calls you the walking L. This is why, my friend, okay? And I had to take a ban for your sorry ass, and I don't even really like you. You're entertaining. I watch some of your NBA 2K stuff, but come on, man. I can't hold you. I can't hold your hand, Flight. You weak son of a bitch. No, I'm playing, but it did suck, and I don't know, a lot of people. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I mean, I was out of line. Clearly, I should have worded it different and not sounded as belligerent. But when I see stuff like that, man, these crazy women and pushing people around and you disrespecting somebody like that, when y'all, like I said, none of them were in a relationship, committed. They all had to have known. So I just thought it was out of line. And just the way that Diamond chick acts, dude, it triggers me, man. Like, she just thinks she's Beyonce, and she look like a man. I just want you to see the context. I should probably post the video that I saw, but...
Yeah. I mean, well, here's the thing. A lot of people nowadays, if you would have been in Xbox 360 live chat...
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been mild compared to the shit I heard.
Yes. I've heard way worse.
Oh, yeah. So... I've heard people, threatening to kill other people, go rape them. It's
that
crazy.
To me would be a ban.
That right there would be ban worthy, not just saying bitch 4 times in less than 160 characters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, I couldn't even get a full 180 or 200. And I've always heard Twitter was sensitive, and now I've seen the other side of it. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think about it, dude. It was kind of funny because I was like, oh, my first ban. Hell yeah, we're doing something right, baby. All right, next, guys, we got some Slipknot news, man. We got a few things to talk about regarding Slipknot. First off, Letty, why don't you let them know about the clown?
Well, I was doing a little bit of research right before the show on Slipknot because DT wanted to talk about it. I didn't know everything that was going on at the time because the work swapping me around, it kind of fucked with me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I had seen where Sean Crahan, clown, his daughter had passed away. She was 22-year-old. And I hate to hear that. I mean, considering all the bullshit that's been going on in this band for the past couple months, I hate to see one of the members lose a kid. I could not imagine what that's like.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's terrible. And those guys, it just seems like they can't catch a break, man. I mean, every time they turn around, which, you got to kind of give the guys props, man.
Yeah.
They tough it out. Whether you agree with the route they're going, I mean, they keep going. But let's talk about Unsainted, their newest single.
Unsainted.
You had All Out Life first, and now we got Unsainted. They went on Jimmy Kimmel Live. I wonder if that was their first live performance of the song.
I don't know.
I'm thinking it
might have been because, I mean, like I said, I didn't even know until today that they had dropped a new single. Because, I mean, I've just not really been looking for new music here lately. I was just expecting not even another single coming out from them. I was just expecting the full album.
No, I mean, I remembered they were making an album because when the Chris Finn thing started, I remember they were... that's when I first had seen it. But we got Unsainted on Jimmy Kimmel Live. We got new masks.
Yeah. Questionable new masks at that.
Questionable. And we have a potential new member.
That we do.
So let's start with Unsainted. What do you think of the song, Letty?
I like the song. It sounds to me like they're trying to go back to their older music, kind of like how I said with All Out Life. And I love it. It's heavy. That's how I want metal to become again. Yeah. Instead of this pussy ass shit. I get so tired.
Love the melodic verse.
Yes.
I can't kill myself to see my soul or something.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah, I've literally just started listening to it, but I've slacked off Slipknot. Like, I used to be a lot more hardcore about them, so I've tried to start getting back into them. But, man, with the Chris Finn thing, which we'll talk about here shortly, but I got to tell you, I liked Unsainted. I liked their performance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Not a big fan of their mask.
No.
Now, the mask that I like Jay's. Clown's new mask is dope.
Yeah, I like Clown's new mask.
Jim Roots is dope.
It's basically the same.
V-Man's is pretty sick. Who else we got?
You got Mick Thompson.
New members don't like it. Don't like it at all.
It's all right.
It's kind of like a Dollar General Freddy Krueger.
Dollar General. Oh my God.
Without the hat. Think about it. The melted fat is what it looks like.
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
Corey.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Corey, you need to quit. Listen, you stop.
Guys, let's take a moment of silence for Corey's mask. Okay.
That's all you get.
All right. That's all you get. All right.
Like, I mean, Mix is basically the same. It has been for years. I've loved it. When I seen Corey's, I'm not going to lie, I looked right at DT and I was like, what the fuck is he wearing?
Like, I had read something about they took trash bags and wrapped it around his face, but it was supposedly a guy that had worked in horror movies that did it. And I'm sorry, you get a guy that's worked in horror movies, like, you got to come better than that, bro.
What it looks like to me, is like somebody, a really overweight person who had a baby face that they just like put their fingers on his cheeks and just pressed in.
Yeah, like he got Botox and one of it went to like blew
really
up. Yeah, some bad Botox.
Looking like Rocky Balboa.
I was just like, dude, there's no way. Now there's another version of clowns. It looked pretty sick. I know a guy had talked about it, and I think I had seen it on another website. Now it looked pretty dope. Jay's is probably one of the top ones I really like. What was we talking about? Sid's?
Yeah, Sid's
is that even a mask?
No.
Is it a mask?
Oh, no. Yeah, Sid, I don't, it's a hood.
Yeah,
with
it's just like a
something
hood.
on it. I don't really know exactly.
He looks like a Jedi.
Yeah, it's here's what it is. It's a drastic leap from his previous look, which everybody knows it was a crazy mask with like the big old bug eyes and everything.
Yeah.
And it almost looks though he's supporting some form of creepy, transparent moth guard and a cape that is seemingly modeled on Emperor Palpatine. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I said a Jedi, but that's the dark side. But still, that's what it looks like.
And then you got Craig Jones, always needle. I mean, his needles it's
classic
it's
mask.
Exactly.
No need to change it.
Why change something if it works and it's good? Why change it? But the only thing I gotta say is with that performance, I was looking, for the Pinocchio nose, and it wasn't there.
It's sad, dude.
It hurt me. I mean,
and that guy looked nervous.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, it's rumored real quick, which we'll dive into. Percussionist Zach Hill from the band Death Grip was reported seen behind the scenes on the Jimmy Kimmel set. So that is supposedly the replacement for Chris Finn. Now, keep in mind, it's just speculation at this point. This is not confirmed. He looked very tense. It definitely wasn't the same. I wasn't a big fan of a lot of the masks. Now, the song was good. Yeah. That's a plus.
I enjoyed the song.
Live performance was good.
Always.
Yeah. What would you rate the song, 1 to 10? 10's dope.
I give it a good 8.5. Solid 8.5. I only listened to it once.
I give it an 8. I give it an 8.
I haven't been able to sit there and listen. Normally when I listen to a song, I listen to 3 times.
Yeah. I mean, it's no surfacing, but I love it. Yeah. It's great. All Out Life. I probably give it a 7.
Oh man, I love All Out Life. It gets me pumped. I give it a 9.
Yeah, I'd probably go 8. I'm one of them people. I'm just really dedicated. Like when Slipknot first came out, man, he used to get me so hype, and I got spoiled on those first 3 or 4 albums. But it's great to see them still going. I mean, they're keeping rock going. I mean, like me and Letty were talking about before the show, guys. I mean, a lot of y'all can be in denial. Rock is underground. I mean, you got a few big names that's still out there, but they're big names.
Yeah, they're huge. They've been huge since the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, Slipknot's one of the bands keeping rock alive, and it's a tough pill to swallow, man, but it's the truth. I mean, rock is just slowly fading on us, man.
The direction the way rock has went, it's made me stop looking for new artists anymore.
Yeah,
I always go back. I'll be like, oh man, what was that one band? And then I'll just get nostalgic and just go listen to albums of them. I won't look for something new.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it several times on this show, and I mean, it just sucks, man, and that's why I hate to hear. But this Zach Hill guy from the band Death Grip, not familiar with him. Like I said, the guy looked really tense.
He did. You could tell it was not Chris Finn behind that mask, because whenever they zoom up in on him, he was always up there head banging and just going. This dude would hesitate to head bang and then go playing his part on the drums.
Part of me was just like, please tell me he just changed his mask. Maybe they cleared the beef up. He came back. He wanted a new start, and that didn't happen. No. I mean, it's not, like I said, this guy, it's not confirmed, but I mean, dude, the guy, the video that I seen that broke it down, it's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
If it wasn't him, it's somebody along these lines. I mean, but it looked like him to me.
Yeah.
We wish Slipknot the best no matter what. I mean, I don't agree with him on the Chris Finn thing.
No, I don't either.
Once again, our condolences go out to Clown and his family, man. We really hate to hear that. And hey, man, I'm ready to hear more of their music, man. I can't wait for this album.
I can't wait for the album to drop, because the Gray Chapter, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really listen to a lot of it. I listened to Kill Pop and The Devil and I, and I think maybe one more song that's just not ringing a bell. And I liked it for it being the first album since Paul Gray's passing, but it was a little underwhelming for me.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm hoping they redeem themselves and give us first 2 songs, the singles they've released. I've loved them. They're giving me some more old school Slipknot vibes, so I'm hoping they keep that up with the rest of the album.
Yeah, just, God, I hope nobody else original leaves. All right, next we got some gaming news, and man, this is some huge news, guys. Optic Gaming is an esports team that I've watched for years. When I first got into Call of Duty, it was Optic Gaming. I mean, you could say trick shotting. They put Call of Duty on the map, man.
Yeah,
Really?
Optic
I mean,
did.
it all started with Optic. FaZe came
FaZe
from a
came
shout out
yeah.
from Optic. Heck, man. I mean, the guy, solidified his name, and
Yep.
Optic's good. So basically, guys, those who don't know, Hick sold 51% of Optic Gaming to Infinite to kind of, that way he could branch out. They could get in League of Legends.
Yeah.
Fortnite, other big name games. He got now. I don't know the details why he had to do that. I'm sure he's got shareholders.
Yeah, I would say there's probably some financial situations in the back that he's taking care of. But honestly, Call of Duty ain't what it used to be.
No, it's
not.
It's
so
not.
he's making a smart move on his part, getting out of the Call of Duty thing that I'm gonna give him.
But see, the thing is, I don't think he wants to. I think now it's coming down to where if he can't save it, it's got to be sold. But because basically what's happening, guys, is now Infinite wants to sell their 51%, and I'm assuming I think you would kind of interpret what you just said to Infinite. They're kind of saying, I mean, dude, Call of Duty has been really disappointing.
It's not what it's been. Honestly, in my opinion, personal opinion, ever since Black Ops 2, it's went downhill.
Really has. And I watch a YouTuber named 8 Thoughts. Go check him out. They invited him to play Modern Warfare 4. That's supposed to be coming out. They put one out every fall.
Yeah.
And he said it was a good game. He kind of was hyping it up, but here we go, microtransactions and a lot, and they're bringing out a mobile game now, and they're thinking, man, there's just a lot behind the Call of Duty scenes. I'm going to look into it further. We'll probably talk about it next week, but it's been really disappointing. Now, this could play a role in this, but I was watching the Flycast, who, if you know Optic Maniac and Optic Hitch, which, look, man, love those guys, but they are boring as fuck. I mean, I'm sorry. It took me a lot to get through that. I had to go find a timestamp. No disrespect to those guys. Maybe we're boring to some people. I don't know.
We probably are.
We are, but who gives a shit? Hey, do your thing, bro. They got sponsors. We don't.
For real.
We will one day, though. But anyway, so this 51%, apparently the team Immortals is rumored to be the one wanting to buy this 51%, which will in turn eliminate Optic Gaming.
Yep.
Now, Heck, which y'all know Heck when I say that, H3CZ, I call him Hector, Heck, whatever. He's trying to go get with some shareholders to get that 51% back, but I just feel like this is kind of a lose-lose because if he does get it, it's like you're starting all over.
Yeah.
A lot of the big name Optic, like Courage JD, a few other the big Optic guys, a lot of them kind of moved on, which Courage JD, they knew he was. But it's really hard to go into a lot of detail right now because they're not giving us a lot. But the Flycast, episode 28-29, guys, I put the links in our show notes. Go check that out. It'll be toward the end of each video where they kind of start talking about
Just
it.
look for the timestamps.
Yeah, look for the timestamps, and they kind of give you. They're like, look, we're finding a lot of news ourselves on Reddit. They're like, yeah, we may find out, but in 2 weeks, Letty, there could no longer be an Optic Gaming.
That's
it could
crazy.
be. It could either be Immortals, and they don't know, because you got your esports guys that go and play the tournaments, Call of Duty tournaments, and then you got content creators. So it could no longer be Optic Maniac, for instance, Optic Hits.
Yeah.
They could either have to do their own thing. Could you imagine esports without Optic Gaming?
They've been there forever, so it would be one hell of a change.
I mean, I gotta tell you, look, guys, I'm 37 years old. A lot of these little punk ass kids on Fortnite, they're like, "Oh God, what are you doing on here? You're 37, man.
Who cares?
You're old. You can't play video games." So I was like, "All right." And then I killed the little bastards on the game. How you like that, Timmy? You little bitch. No, I'm playing. Timmy. But no, I'm kidding. Look, man. Optic Gaming, I've watched these guys for years. I've watched them grow. You got the green wall. They define esports to me.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the biggest name. Then you got like Optic Scump, Crim 6. Like, those are huge Optic Gaming names. Where are those guys going to go? If I'm FaZe And these other liquid, all them, my mouth's watering right
You're
now.
just like,
Like,
come
dude,
to us.
Yeah, like I don't know. I hope Hector saves it. Whether that means they got to start up there, I'm probably explaining it wrong. There's more context. When more stuff comes out, it'll all kind of make more sense.
This is the beginning.
This is the beginning.
Like nothing right now is being said. So.
But a lot of what I'm saying, I'm not seeing a lot of hope.
There's not a lot of hope from what DT has explained to me and from what I've looked at. There is not a lot of hope for Optic.
Because guys, I don't know. A lot of y'all probably know this. You don't. When you give up 51% of your company, that's the controlling stock.
Yep.
That's the controlling part of your company. I actually found that out from a place I worked, but I mean, this is sad, dude. I don't know how they were at the top of the mountain now. I mean, we may not see Optic anymore, man. I just couldn't. I can't imagine it, dude. Like, it really is hard, man, because I grew up on these guys. They've always been my favorite team.
Yeah.
I wish these guys the best, man. I mean, and to those that, if this does go into effect, man, I really hope those guys continue their brand. They stay out there and stay active, and it just sucks, man. I mean, it's just a shitty part of business, man.
Yeah,
Sometimes you're on the good end, sometimes you're on the bad, man.
I mean, someone's got to get that shit in every now and then.
Yeah, man, it happens. I just hate its optics.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, no offense to the Immortals. I don't know you, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
If I got to choose, I'm going Optic all day, as I'm sure most of the esports gaming community would. Switching over to gaming, Lette, what are you playing this week, man? Give us a gaming update.
All right. Well, about the past 2 weeks, I ended up buying a game. It was on a spring sale. It's called Vampire.
Right. You mentioned that.
Yeah, and I finally broke into it. And let me tell you, this game is more in depth than what I thought it was gonna be, and I love it. I fucking love it, because it's got choices that actually impact the game, and it actually fucking counts.
Yeah.
You know how in most games, say you can let someone live or someone die.
Yeah.
It's just that storyline that's affected, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this one, example, I let a nurse end up. I got rid of this nurse. She ended up turning into a vampire. Well, a scrawl or whatever. It's like a vampire on roid rage.
Yeah,
like, it can't control itself. Well, it turns out that this part of town that she was taking care of, they now fucking hate me, and I hate it.
Right.
They're just like, you're the one who fucking scared off so-and-so, and I'm just like, my bad, guys.
Yeah.
And, because I didn't know how it was going to affect, so I didn't save the game beforehand, so I could reload it back.
Yeah.
I'm just going with my choices in this playthrough. And yeah, now that I see that it actually impacts and it actually fucking matters, there's so much shit you can do. And you got the doctor aspect of it, because you're basically a vampire doctor. I know it sounds like some cliche 2007 bullshit, but it's actually got a pretty good story. You can heal people, and if you don't heal them, it'll affect the district status, and if they're not in good conditions, it can make them basically lose control of that district.
All right.
And it can go from healthy to serious to, I don't know what the last one is, but they're basically out of control and there's no saving them. If you like games like that, I highly recommend it. I really do. The controls, they take a little bit getting used to, but once you get used to them, they flow pretty good. They're not great. I've played better.
Yeah.
But for $15, I'd spend it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially getting it on sale like that. So I'd definitely spend it again.
Hell yeah.
And if you like shit based in, like, it's based around the Spanish flu, so the early 1900s.
Oh, yeah.
If you like timelines like that, up your alley too. So go for it. That's mainly what I've been playing. I've not really been playing anything else. I'll dabble in Borderlands every now and then to keep that going, because September 19th can't get here fast enough.
Borderlands 3.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
There's a lot of hype for that game.
Oh, there is. We've been waiting for it. I mean, we got the pre-sequel in like 2014, 2015-ish.
Yeah.
But the Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. And we've been waiting that long for a third one. Good Lord.
That is a long time.
Yes. Damn. So, 7 years?
Yeah,
finally fucking
7 years. It's about here.
So
long awaited.
Oh yeah. So DT, what you been playing?
Me, I'll tell you something, Lette. I played Fortnite. I believe this season will make it right at a year. I don't know what's going on, but I am playing out of my mind.
Oh,
Recently,
hell.
now keep in mind, guys, I play a lot of the LTMs like Team Rumble stuff like that. Beating my kill record of I think it's at 14 now.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good. I mean, you respawn in that
Yeah.
a lot, and all the other ones when you die, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
But hey, man, I love it. But even then, even the game modes that I've been playing, man, it's awesome. They got with John Wick 3.
Yeah, I've seen
A
that.
promo
I've seen
event,
that going around.
You can now get the John Wick skin. I mean, of course, they make it the most expensive one.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So that, and they make his sledgehammer that in the first one he hits to get his weapons back
Yeah.
out to start assassinating again. They got that as his pickaxe. So that event was cool. And there's these little, they're just umbrella gliders. They're rare. The only way you can get them is to win a solo game, a duo game, or a squads game. And some LTMs you can win them too, kind of like Wick's Bounty that I'm about to talk about. Now,
yeah.
there was one, the John Wick one, which was all black. If you won the Wick Bounty, won a game, you got that. I've been waiting 6 damn seasons to get this. Now, I have yet to win a solo, duo, or a squads game, just a regular game. I've won LTMs before, but you didn't win the glider. So it's sad, but hey, man, I mean, there's so many good players on this game. It's not easy. I get close, but never got first. Maybe I'm just not that great at the game, but I play it for fun.
Yeah.
I meet this guy Matt and this chick named Romero, I believe was her name. So we all three got in a game of it, and we all, man, 4 games we tried, and finally, no, 3 games we tried. That 4th game, I said, guys, I feel it this game. I just so happened to say it, and I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Now, we all contributed, but at the end, that guy Matt clutched out.
Oh.
Because you had to get 500 coins
Yeah.
for the bounty to win, and I'll be damn, right at the end, I seen that Victory Royale pop up. I was like, hell yeah. So I'm just expecting to get the Wick
Yeah.
glider, the black John Wick one. Got 4 of them.
Oh, shit.
One of them for the Save the World edition part of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I got another, I guess it's the one you get from the very first one they had, the John Wick one, and then the umbrella they brought for this season. I was like, damn, finally, after all this time. But, man, I don't know what it is. This season has been my season.
Hell yeah.
They got rid of the pump shotgun, which everybody was making a big deal about it. I'm like, yeah, because y'all probably wasn't getting one pumped every other fucking
Yeah.
game. And they brought in a new shotgun, which I'm in love with it. I hope they keep it. I hope they never bring back the old one. I'm loving Season 9. I love the Battle Pass. Love the gameplay. Love the changes they made. I know a lot of people are giving them hell. I like it. And though I currently have an issue with Epic Games over a free glider because they had an unvaulting event, one of their live events, and some of us couldn't get in. And I was one of them fucking people.
Yeah.
And all I did, I was waiting to get mine, never got it. And I've messaged these people for a week, and they have ran me around and bullshitted me.
Really?
Yeah, and even told me at one point, and I even went back and read my comment, and this comment, I really wasn't being that mean.
Yeah.
I was just showing frustration, but I didn't cuss. I wasn't being an asshole or nothing. And they were like, if you don't calm down, we might have to do something to your account. Like, threaten my account over them promising a free glider.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, dude, it's ridiculous, but that's beside. I still love the game. That just because they're assholes, I'm not going to let that interrupt my gameplay. Then I got Mortal Kombat 11. I got to give my updated top 5. It's been a few weeks, so
It has been.
Kung Lao still at number 1.
Hell yeah.
Noob Saibot still at number 2. Number 3, I gotta say, a character that I've stated before I didn't think I would like at all in the game. Turns out he has become one of my favorites and is a great character to use, and that's Aaron Black. Love his mechanics. I love his combos. Number 4, I gotta go Sub-Zero. Pretty much the same thing. Sub-Zero's a combo machine. Those two would almost be right neck and neck. Definitely loving Aaron Black and Sub-Zero. Probably been using them the most. And number 5, I'm going to have to say, I got to say Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah, that would be my top 5. Loving MK. Kinsley loves me playing Mortal Kombat. Wants me to go into the crypt, and there's these spiders in there. It's crazy.
Yeah, Ruby's excited for Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
First thing I told her when I seen it come out, she goes, "Can I play, Mommy? Can I play with you?" And I'm like, "Well, when it comes out."
That's what Kenzo would say. Can I play fight game? That's what she calls it. But yeah, I like Mortal Kombat. NBA 2K still at 91. I made another basketball player. He's a sharpshooting slasher, which is an interesting build. Those of y'all that know NBA 2K. And I ain't really been playing my mobile games, Clash Royale and
I really don't
Brawl
play
Stars.
mine either.
I ain't either. That's all I'm playing this week. Mainly just Mortal Kombat, NBA 2K, and Fortnite, man. But having a great time. This is a great time for gaming, man. I'm excited. But guys, let us know what game you're playing. Comment on the Facebook, man. We want to know whether it's Xbox, P4. Let us know, guys.
Yeah, and definitely let us know if you've seen John Wick 3. Mo
Yes.
and Ben went and seen it, and they
Yes.
said it's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard it. I've heard
it's
amazing.
great.
Yeah.
So
And it's crazy because usually, like, the third movie, people are like,
Everybody's done with it.
Yeah, everybody's over it. But I'm a huge John Wick fan.
Yes.
I got to be honest, man. I watched a little of the second one. I could be
That's
wrong.
my thing is I've only seen about maybe 30 minutes of the second one.
Yeah,
so I
me
need
too.
to finish it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the first one. Don't fuck with that guy's dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they messed up
They
there,
fucked
didn't
up.
they? Yeah. All right, guys, but on to everybody's favorite time of the show.
It has been one of them motherfucking days. I tell y'all, it has been one of them motherfucking days, bitch.
It's time to rant. This week's rant, man, guys, we've come on here before. We've ranted about friendship, but guys, we just want to call this one the importance of friendship. You know, with the James Charles stuff going on,
Yeah.
and even a more positive aspect, just Mo, you know, getting that camera
Yeah.
so we can make videos for the show, man. It's just really important to have a good friend in this world. It really is. And when you have a good friend, man, come on, man. If there's ever issues or drama or he said, she said, or money, significant others, whatever it may be, man, just talk it out, because having a good friend in this world is so hard to come by.
It really is.
So today's rant, we're just kind of going to talk about that and just kind of give our take, you know, not just from the negative side, but from the positive side too, guys, and just rant it up.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You ready, Lette?
I'm ready, spaghetti.
Now let's have a rant. All right. So Lette, you know, and Mo, good dude. That was so nice of him to do.
That was one of the craziest things I was expecting him to do last week.
It's just amazing, and you know, man, when I met you, Mo and Ben, you know, it's refreshing, man, because I thought I had a lot of good friends. I really did, and a lot of when I quit partying and doing drugs and stuff like that, I noticed a lot of times it's just me here, man. And I noticed you guys are the type of friends that I felt that I always wanted, because you guys really do look out for each other. It ain't you get pissed about, oh, it just seems like this, that, talking behind the back and all that, because it just seems like you guys, you know, you've been there through for me, not only believing in this show, but just stuff outside of the show. Mo doing that with that camera, I mean, he's taking a chance.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
he really is.
He comes on the show, and he knows he's welcome on the show anytime, but he didn't have to do that.
No, he really didn't. I mean, it could have been, 6 months before he'd been able to get a camera, but he was just like, let me go check out the process, and then I'll call you and get a hold of DT, and we'll go from there. And I'm just like,
I did
okay.
not expect that.
I didn't expect him to buy anything. Maybe look at prices and maybe talk over, a couple months down the road. But no, I wasn't expecting him to get it that night. Literally, we got done recording. He went to Walmart, and next thing you know, he's coming back with a camera.
Yeah, and Ben would do the same.
Oh yeah, he really would.
He would. That's what I like, and take the money out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome. That's cool. But you guys have always been friendly, showed me nothing but hospitality, and just really made me be able to say, hey, these guys are my friends. And it's cool, and it's awesome. And I think that just goes to show you that's hard to come by in this world.
It really is, because like I've told you multiple times, I try to be the friend that I want someone to be to me.
Exactly.
That's the best way to, the whole character bullshit you do unto others as you want others to do to you. So that's how I see it, and that's why whenever, I ain't gonna lie, I get a little emotional when it comes to my friends. Whenever it comes, not seeing or hearing from them, and then I'll be like, hey, we should hang out, and then nothing ever happens, it hurts.
You take it personal.
Yeah.
I do too.
Or I'll be like, the biggest example has to be at work, where I work thirds, or when I work thirds, I'll be like, hey, come see me at my machine. When you go on break, stop by. 5-10 minutes ain't nothing, just to say hi.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll stop by and say hi to them, and I wouldn't get that back, and I ain't gonna lie, it hurt.
Yeah.
Like, I would sit there and I'd get really upset, so I'd quit walking around them. I mean, I'd quit talking to some of them that wouldn't come see me. And that right there was honestly one of the hardest things for me to do. Like, I would, because I want to go talk to somebody that I, you know, have, you know, feelings for and care for them because they've been a really good friend to me, and I try to be that person to them because you never know when someone's having a bad day. You know, everybody will tell you I'm the one that's always looking to make somebody feel better if they're in a bad mood, you know, try and take care of them.
Do a great job of that, yeah.
So, I mean, I've always been like that, and, you know, if I don't get that back, it makes me seem, I get the feeling like I'm just being annoying. So,
No, you're not, and that's the thing. You know, you hear this a lot, and it comes true. The small things really do count. And Ayesha, by small things, we don't mean small things and then you put up a meme about a dude pulling out his small dick. I seen that. It was fucking weird, but that's beside the point, Ayesha. Anyway, I had to point that out because I remember opening my messenger to that.
A small penis.
Yeah, little Ayesha. But anyway, the small things really do count, man. And I think that's all it takes sometimes to make somebody happy. And that's cool how you're just that passionate about it because I don't like those people that throw in their face. Like, look, like we've said on this show several times, helping somebody, you don't have to let them know you helped them.
Yeah.
You know, you do it, that's it. And to me, when we're friends or when you're in a relationship, whatever, man, you know, if you go buy somebody dinner 15 times and they only do it 5, I can't tell you how many arguments I've heard. Well, I did this more, you know, like just and that argument spawns into something bigger. It's like, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
There may be another time I do it 20, you do it 1. I mean, you know, it's just like I just hate having arguments. That's why I hate money.
Yeah.
And I would take a good friend any day of the week. They're so hard to come by because it's just like something stupid, or a lot of the times, man, honestly, it's some guy or girl that gets into it because they're with somebody that ends up like, and you know, it's usually over that or money.
Yeah, because good example is Kristen's been a little tight on cash. I mean, I'm not trying to throw her business out. I'm just going to say that. And
like
we went out to eat. And she got mad at me. Well, she didn't really get mad. She's like, you've already bought me dinner like 2 times this week. We're not going to go out. We'll just stay at home and eat. I'm like, Kristen, I was like, I really want this. We're going to go out to eat. I'm going to pay. I don't care. When you get back on your feet, if you want to, you just, you know, we can go out again and you can pay for my ticket.
You know, you're friends.
Exactly.
That's nothing.
I don't care, especially when it comes to things like food. If someone's hungry, I don't give a shit what you get. As long as it fills you up and as long as you're full, because I don't want to leave the restaurant or leave somewhere and next thing you know, 20 minutes later, you're like, man, I'm really hungry. I'd be like, well, why didn't you order more?
Yeah.
And then like the response is, well, you were paying. I didn't want to. And I'm like, no. I was like, listen, if I offer to pay for your food, I'm pretty sure I have enough money to cover all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand because, you know, I absolutely hate asking somebody. I don't give a shit what it is. I hate it. I literally have to sit there and play it over in my mind, pump myself up to do it. Something my mom said to me long ago, and it sticks with me, is just like, hey, sometimes we need help. Now, I don't mean help by you taking advantage of that or whatever. But there, you know, there's a lot of things sometimes that happen to us that are unfortunate. Some people understand, some people don't. Your friends will understand.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of people that I've thought were my friends, and maybe I've done the same to people in my past. I mean, my past is not that great. I'm not saying that I'm any better than anybody else. I mean, I'm sure I've been a shitty friend. Sometimes things happen in life, and you can either understand it and accept it, or you can just be an asshole and y'all can get into it. But I'm the type of person, I like to sit down and talk it out. Whether it means we yell at each other for a little bit, it's more important that we leave that conversation with everything cool.
Exactly.
I don't want to leave until it is.
Exactly.
Because it's, man, I'm telling you, I mean, there's a lot of times, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, when you, Mo, and Ben, y'all ain't around, I don't talk to y'all, I get lonely up in here because I don't really hang out with a lot of people because, you know, I don't want to go out here and do drugs and be an addict and party all the time. Them days are behind me. Now, there is an age difference, you know, especially with me and you and stuff like that, but I mean, so a lot of the times you might go out and do stuff, and of course, you know me, I just like chill anymore because I've been there. But when I think of a friend, a good friend, I think of you guys, and I'm thankful I met you guys. Really, I mean, I'm being honest here. And I'm thankful that those that believe in this show, and because I got to tell you, there's some people in my life that are important people in my life that I don't feel like really do.
Yeah.
I got to be honest.
I mean, sometimes, just that little bit of support, even if it's from, say, 4 or 5 people that are your friends, they give you that support. They're, they're encouraging you to keep going and all that shit. That means more than what they'll ever know.
Yeah, like we do this, like we said earlier, one day a week, and it's just like when something happens and they're, well, maybe you're going to have to quit doing the podcast. No,
I mean,
I'm sorry. I used to be in a band, right? And I did go overboard.
Yeah.
I mean, I was wanting to play every day, but we would play 3, 4, 5 days a week, and I knew I was going overboard, man. I was just hell bent. I was being a loser, just fucking up, and I didn't care about. I just loved music because it took me away from all the drama.
Away, the modern the problems and everything, and that's one thing I look for whenever I hang out with somebody. If you can sit there and we can chill for hours, making each other laugh. And I forget about, say, the shitty day I had.
Yeah.
You got a good friend. But, you always get them few ones that'll end up fucking up the way you see a lot of people because they did you wrong. Like you said, people will bring it up in your face and be like, well, I did this, this, and this. And I'll be like, okay, and you're telling me this why? I mean,
it's just I hate it around here because it's just like everybody just thinks that you should work all the time. Hey, anything like a podcast, a band, you're just being unrealistic.
Yeah.
What are the odds of you make that? Come on, quit the dumb shit and go work. Which, look, you should work. You should take care of your responsibilities. That's not what I'm saying. But I have dreams, even at 37. I believe in this podcast. And my friend, you understand. You know what it is. Hey, man, I'm taking one last run. I don't want to die working in a factory.
Yeah.
If we come up short at the end, I mean, we're always going to do this podcast because we love it, whether we're famous or not. But if this ends up not being our job one day, so be it. But look, man, you got to take chances in life.
I mean, we gave our 110%, and we had the support from our friends.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at what happened to James Charles.
Yeah.
He had 2 of his. One of them was his biggest influence. Like, he even called her basically his mom. Mm-hmm. Like, whenever, like, you can see from the text, he would say stuff like, hey, mother, I'm having some trouble. Can you help me out?
Yeah.
And, and then just to get mad over something so little, which to us it seems little because we're not in that situation. But when they go out and they publicly apologize, they try to get a hold of you and you don't message them back.
Yeah.
To me, that sounds like you're just throwing a huge a bitch fit, and you want that pity party, and it's not going to happen.
And you're going to use that to get views in their case. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go off and you hurt this younger person. The reason I bring up his age is because he's even younger than me, and he's more successful than me. He's a millionaire, and he's sitting here, trying to find guidance, and he's looking towards people who thought he was, was friends with. And to get basically stabbed in the back and fucked over like that and lose 2 million subscribers, which is a fucking lot in less than 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That could really hurt somebody. They almost ruined his career.
Yeah.
Over something
you're damn
little
right.
to us.
And I see that a lot on YouTube, and a lot of them guys put that out there publicly, and it pisses me off because it's like, dude.
Yeah.
If that's really your friend, you all will handle that behind the scenes.
Yeah, you'll try and handle it in private.
Yeah.
Which, that's one thing James Charles tried to do, but once Tati brought it public, it didn't really sit well with him, which I understand. But another thing that I can't stand is when one friend does something petty, then next thing you know, the other person will do something petty. And then it's just you guys going back and forth being petty, and nothing gets settled.
Well, I did it because you did it. Yeah, I can't stand it.
Yeah, well, I did this because you did this, or I did this. It's no different than you doing this. Like, listen, every now and then I will agree with being petty. Sometimes, not always. Mm-hmm. But if it's going to fuck up a really great friendship because y'all's fucking egos are bigger than your fucking heads, I mean, what's the point of being friends then?
Yeah, and that's what I want to say in closing. You got to put your pride away sometimes, and that's coming from somebody. I have pride too. I hate.
We all do. We're all human.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you got to look at the bigger picture in life. And guys, I'm telling you this: a good friend in life is more important.
Yeah.
More important than you'll ever know.
Oh, yeah.
It really will.
I mean, just having that one person call and check on you.
Yeah.
Having that one person saying, "Hey, man, you good?" I mean, even if it's once a week.
Yeah.
Just that little checkup, or they'll just be like, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'll tag a lot of people in memes, and just when I get tagged in one, I ain't gonna lie, it makes my day a lot of the times.
Yeah, it does. Makes you feel included.
I'm just like, oh shit, they actually thought of me whenever they seen this. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, why would you think of me? I mean, that's why I try to keep in contact with you, not just for the show, just check up. I try to talk to Mo and Ben all the time. I mean, I live with Kristen, so we talk to each other almost, like, we talk to each other literally every day.
Yeah.
And, I try to keep up with everybody, even if it's just one little Snapchat a day.
Exactly.
Just be like, hey, you good? Or just be like, good morning, just some bullshit like that. And try to make everybody, included.
And that's all it takes. And on that note, Letty, episode 53 is in the books.
Hell yeah.
I think it was a great show.
Oh, yeah.
Really had fun this episode, as we do. But, guys, I can't stress it enough. Go like the YouTube. Just, again, in the search bar, type Ready, Set, Show Podcast. We'll pop right up. You'll see the new logo. Go follow the Podbean.
Definitely.
Ready, Set, Show Podcast.podbean.com. But definitely go follow, guys. Again, if you want to know where all our social medias are, they will be with the show notes on any episode on the Podbean page. Just scroll to the bottom. There they'll all be. Even our Twitter, it's unbanned now.
It's unbanned now. So
the infamous
we got this.
banned Twitter account. But yeah, it was fun. But guys, we'd like to thank y'all for joining us for another week of episode 53. Let's get it. I'm DT.
And I'm Letty.
And remember, this is Podcast Greatness.
Where greatness never dies.
We out. Peace.
Deuces. Woo!